Hello everybody, it's Nighttime Tarot and I'm here with you once again with another pick card reading. Today we're going to focus a little bit more on the spiritual side. I felt like I was doing a lot of love readings, which is perfectly fine because that's kind of what my channel overall entails, right? However, I just felt like Spirit was trying to send me a message that I needed to deliver something to you. So this is going to be a, what is your spirit guide trying to tell you? What is it that you need to embark in life or in this journey right now that you're going through? Something that needs to be said to you, told to you by Spirit. And well, let's just dive right in and let's just go ahead and see what's going on, okay? So like always, we have pile A, B, and C. Also, do not forget that I post regularly a lot of pick a card readings and weekly love readings. Starting in June, I will start posting the Zodiac monthly scopes, okay? So stay tuned for those. And I will see you on the timestamps below. Bye, guys. Hello, Pal A. It's Nighttime Tarot, and I'm here with you with another pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is going to be a little bit more on the spiritual side. We're going to focus on what does Spirit want to tell you? What is it that you need to learn in your endeavors right now? You know, what is it that you need to know about yourself right now in this spiritual walk that you are embarking, right? I also did pull out some affirmation cards here. They're pretty long and you did pull out 4. So we'll just go with the flow and see if I want to read the whole paragraph or if I just want to, I don't know, we'll just go with the flow, okay? Let's go ahead and get started and see what it is that you need to focus on within yourself, what your spirit guide is trying to let you know. Now, I do see the 4 of Swords here. You could probably be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But I do feel like you are just very isolated right now. You are just entrapping yourself with fear. You know, you kind of are keeping yourself isolated, maybe staying up, having insomnia, you know, or maybe even sleeping through the night, but it's like your mind is still up, right? It's like your mind is still tick-tock, tick-tock, you know, it's like you're thinking and you wake up and you don't even feel like you rested any. You're just kind of like, you feel entrapped with a lot of your fears and anxiety. Something has happened in your life that has made you switch. You know, it's like your personality has switched. You do have the Emperor in the reverse right underneath that. So you are probably showing a lot of aggression. You are probably intimidating others because of how you are kind of coming off cold-hearted. You know, probably people are telling you, you know, that you're changing, you know, the way that you are being. And Spirit is telling you that you have it within yourself to transform this energy into something beautiful. You already have the power within yourself with this Ace of Cups. You need to focus on self-love, right? You need to focus on the bigger picture, not the small things that keep you in, you know, that are trapping you. Like your thoughts, your fears, your anxiety, your insomnia. Those are the things that are keeping you trapped. Those are the things that are not helping you move forward. You need to look within and really focus on self-love. Even if that means, you know, embarking on a new journey and even messing up sometimes, right? Sometimes we mess up. You do have the Fool right under the Ace of Cups. So embarking on a new journey, not realizing where it's going to take you, but just taking the risk to doing it, right? To taking care of yourself, that self-love that you need to venture out on. Because I feel like you're fearing that. There's something about yourself that you're very... you're keeping yourself isolated about, you know. It could be, I kind of feel like a bit of an insecurity here, you know, some low self-esteem issues. But Spirit's telling you that you need to look within yourself. You need to find self-love. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself all the beautiful things about yourself that you see. Even if you can't find any of those traits, you need to at least be able to find one good thing. Or if that, let's just say you look at yourself in the mirror and the first thing you notice is like, I don't like my eyebrows, whatever. Tell yourself that you do like your eyebrows. Change your energy around. You have to change the energy in order to change your mental state. But if you are constantly in this mindset and you go forward with life, or your everyday task is going to be that same kind of energy, negative, mean, aggressive, you know, just people looking at you like, man, she's really changed, or he's really changed. This person isn't the same anymore. And Spirit's telling you, you need to look within, right? You need to take some time to go through a healing process of self-love, of self-affirmation. You need to go through a death rebirth process, right, in order to succeed in your spiritual awakening life. Because I really do feel like you're a very Zen person. I feel you're like a very spiritual person. I think you believe highly in the universe, and what you put out there is what you attract. But right now it's like you're not really focusing on that. It's like you know how to get there, but you're so in your head right now. It's hard to snap out, right? I usually tell the people who watch my videos, I usually say, you know, whenever we go through a very sad moment in our life, you know, depressive moments, anxiety moments, or just stressful moments, it's almost like putting a seed into your body, right? You can go through a sad process. Of course, we need to go through these phases where you're crying, where you're angry, you know, grieving process, right? In order to get out of that. However, sometimes people take in that seed of negativity and they keep it there for too long, causing that seed to blossom and to grow, you know, sporadic weeds in a sense, right? Have you ever taken out weeds before from the ground? Like it's a sucker. Like, to pull them suckers out, it's hard, right? And they just keep growing and growing and growing. And that's the same thing with, you know, you putting negative things into your body and letting those things grow and blossom into these weeds. It's hard to transform that into something beautiful and pure, right? You need to literally go through a death process in order to rebirth a new self-awakening, right? To experience this sun, to experience a new change in life, a new comfort and warmth and joy, success into your life, right? And I feel like you have it within yourself. You really do have it within yourself. You have power in your hands. You have manifestation powers within yourself. I think even if you are a very universal type of person, that you believe in, you're highly intuitive, or you are just very with the universe, you know, I feel that you have a lot of power within yourself, and you know it, right? I feel like you know this about yourself, but something happened that caused you to break down and to have this negative energy. And it's kind of like, I can't get out of it. I feel stuck. I want to get out. And sometimes you cry, not even knowing why. It's like, why do I feel like crap when I wake up? I don't feel like I'm sleeping. You know, I'm crying. I'm emotional wreck, you know. And honestly, this is just for a very few of you. This just came to my mind. Spirit wanted me to tell you guys that there's probably even some of you women who are watching my channel who are probably even having like breakthrough bleedings as far as like periods go. I know that's a little too personal, but you are causing so much stress onto your body that you're causing yourself to have periods and spotting and like because it's so much for your body. It's like your body's trying to recover, but because of all the negativity that you're putting into your body, and it's causing that, you know. So you have it within yourself to go through a healing process spiritually and physically, right? In order to get out of this mental state, you need to zap it out and transform your words, okay? You need to transform what you're feeling inside. And in order to transform that, you need to speak positive things to your life. You need to take big leaps of faith into your journey, your spiritual journey. And I think that you've been traveling through that spiritual journey for a while, and you may have gotten stuck. You know, you may have gotten negative feedback from other people. So it's keeping you like, you know, on guard and like snappy with other people because they probably don't have the same beliefs as you do. But I'm here to tell you that not everything that you do in life should be shared with everyone else. Because remember, not everyone is going to go with you on your new spiritual travel, right? Your new spiritual path. A lot of people won't go with you. A lot of people will stay back because they're not meant to embark that journey with you. And sometimes it's really hard for us, especially when we care about certain people and they don't agree with the certain things that we do. For example, tarot, you know, it's like a lot of people don't believe in that and don't respect it, but it's because they don't know, or they're closed-minded people, and they don't really understand the meaning behind this. For example, me, I believe in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. However, I'm doing tarot. I grew up thinking that it was, oh my God, it was a sin. You can't do this, blah, 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 blah. But no, that's not true. Go ahead and do your research and, you know, come back and talk to me whenever you've done that. And then we can exchange feedback or beliefs or whatever you want to call it. But then again, this is exactly what you're experiencing probably. So it's keeping you in a very negative mental state. Spirit is telling you to proceed in the steps that you were going before. You have it within yourself. Something big is going to what is that word? I want to say magnified, but that's not even a word. But something big wants to multiply. That is what I'm trying to say. Into your life, right? And you have it within yourself. You have the power within yourself. You have the faith within yourself. You have the belief, and you already know that you are going through a death rebirth process, and that is why you are feeling this way. You know, because sometimes in that journey of changing and transforming, we kind of fall back sometimes, and that's okay, you know, as long as you get right back up and you proceed in the pathway that was destined for you, right? Because I think that you already know the outcome. I think that in this journey, you have already felt a sense of love and peace and tranquility that has come into your life, right? I mean, I just feel very zen about this. Like, I feel good about this. I feel like I can feel the love that you have inside, something that you know about yourself that you're scared to embark, or you already know this and have been taking on that path, but something has been clouding your judgment and keeping you kind of to yourself and isolated and not moving forward. It also could be something physical, you know, like I said, for some of those who are spotting and stuff like that. It's just something that I just got. That's not for all of you. That's just probably for some of you. So take it as it resonates. But Spirit is basically telling you, keep going, keep going. There's going to be moments like this where you're going to want to stop. But that's just where you have to work a little harder, baby girl. You just got to push it. You know, you know what you are destined for. Proceed, keep going, and you are going to reach full destination, like a full spiritual path of success. And I mean, I just feel like you're almost like, you're a very humble person. So you're, you know, you could be very quiet type of person, you know, very chill. There's probably a lot of people who look up to you or who see you as a very spiritual person. But sometimes, even us as spiritual people, you know, we go through our own phases, and people don't really understand that. They think that we're always positive. They think that, you know, I always hear that. Like, my friends are like, you're just so positive. You're just this. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm not. I can be, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I am a human being, and I go through my shit too, right? So let's go ahead and focus on the affirmation cards that I pulled out for you. I haven't read these, so we're going to read these together. And I like these cards because they're a little kiddish, but they're kind of cute. I don't know. I laugh every time I read them. But then again, I love everything. So you have surrender. I surrender control and allow every brainchild to be exactly what it is. I don't push them or pull them or force them into well-starched neckties. I let them forge their own path. Turns out brain children are a lot like real children. You can guide them and nudge them and try to convince them to be sensible, but they'll go where they want to. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Surrender. I want to take this card as in your thought process. You want to surrender. Your brainchild is basically what you're thinking, right? I feel like it's basically telling you what you're thinking is what you're manifesting, right? You need to turn that around. You can guide them and nudge them and try to convince them to be sensible. So yeah, you have it within yourself to transform your mental state. And that's what that surrender card to me is trying to say to you. You also have my own champion. I am unabashed, unconditional, shouting through a megaphone, champion of myself and my work. If a useless, up to no good, critical voice in my head tries to discourage, dissuade, or diss me, I politely say, thank you for your input. Then I much less politely stuff that critical voice into a box, light the box on fire, and throw it into a bottomless abyss. I knew that abyss would come in handy one day. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That was pretty funny. But that's basically what I was trying to tell you. Like, your thought process is like, it's not good right now. So this is like, yeah, I knew that little box of abyss was going to come in handy because I had been thinking really shitty about myself, and I got to go. And that's exactly what you've been doing. You've been thinking about unnecessary things that you can transform, right? It's basically what we've been saying. Space. This is your permission slip to free some space in your schedule and dial your brain buzz down to like an 8. Brain buzz, really? Okay. Making space can mean lots of things. Rest, daydreams, Colombian, mud baths. But no matter your preferred space flavor, giving yourself a little more air will help you make room for a fresher flow. Let's go down here. Either way, it's time to take a beat, empty your mind, float on a puff of nothingness, and reset those artistic buttons. Just be sure not to track any Colombian mud in the house. Once again, you are in your head. And this is basically affirming that you need to clear some space. You need to come up with some good energy stuff, right? And it's funny because I don't ever read these cards, so I don't want you guys to think I do. I shuffle them, whatever comes out, I put them here and I read them together with you. But these 3 cards are basically focusing on your brain, on your mind, mental state, right? So you have a lot of negative energy mentally that is clouding your destination. And that is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Get out of it because you have it within yourself. You have the strength and the love within yourself to get out of that and reach this Sun card right here. You have rough drafts. I honor the beauty of rough drafts. First stabs, messy trial and errors. Nothing gets finished unless it gets started, and everything has to start somewhere. So forget dodging. My first sentence, brushstroke, embroidered poodle. I don't even think I said that right. I'll give scrutiny a day off so I can go nuts on completely completing version 1.0. That's the new first move to Da. So even as a rough draft, you know, even starting off just mentally, one step at a time, getting out of that mental state. Sometimes you won't succeed, but sometimes you will. But you have to try on an everyday basis. Try not to be stuck. So this is what Spirit's trying to tell you. Your spirit guide is trying to tell you that you really need to focus on your mental state. You have it within yourself to transform who you are so that you can receive a bigger blessing, because you, like I said, you have the power within yourself. You have the love within yourself, right? So Pale, this is your reading, and I hope that it resonates in some type of way. If so, please leave a comment down below. But I think this was a beautiful reading. I know that we can all get stuck and clouded in our head sometimes, but you have it within yourself, Pale. You have the strength within yourself to change this, okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next Pick a Card reading. Bye. What's up, Pal B? This is Nighttime Tarot, and I'm with you once again with another Pick a Card reading. This card reading is more on the spiritual side, right? It's what your spirit guide wants to tell you, what you are going through right now that your spirit guide wants you to know, some type of advice, okay? I also did pull out some affirmation cards here on the side, which we will go through together. Bear with me. These are pretty funny affirmation cards because I know we can get a little serious, and I kind of want to, you know, lighten up the mood a little bit towards the end, but we will see how that goes. Let's go ahead and get started. Right away, I feel like this has to do with, and I don't know why the first thing that came to my mind was family. But this also could be a love situation that you are experiencing right now. So you do have the Knight of Cups, right? So I feel like you aren't being, you're not even accepting love anymore. It's like you're not feeling like you can accept love anymore when it comes to certain people, right? It's like you have so much to give away to to the person that you're with or people that you're surrounded with. You have a lot of love within yourself. You are a very helpful type of person. You're a type of person that always loves to give, make people happy, even if that means keeping yourself, like, you know, in doubt with what you might end up with, you know, maybe giving so much to others that you don't have enough to give to yourself at the end of the day. You know, always trying to make other people happy, but you're never fully satisfied within yourself. You're always feeling a little empty, you know, sometimes contemplating on walking away from certain situations. You know, it could be love situations. It could even be family situations. But I don't feel, like I said about the whole family thing, I feel like you've invested a lot in your family, right? But you're never seeing that outcome, or you probably invested a lot of love into a situation where you didn't get anything in return. And so in a sense, it's kept you in balance, right? You have the Two of Pentacles here with the Three of Cups. So this could represent something that probably went down in your relationship. You probably found out something about somebody in your family or somebody that you're with that betrayed you, or you just didn't feel a satisfaction with, or you always felt like even though you're with somebody and you can love somebody and they can love you back, at the end of the day, you're always with this mental state, right? You keep yourself trapped with your negative mental thoughts. You feel like you can't get out. It's almost like like a prison. You can't escape it, right? You're trying really hard to get out of the situation, but you can't. And you're feeling tugged from different directions. And it's all through your mental state, right? Sometimes it's keeping you from speaking and coming forward, you know, coming forward with friends, coming forward with family, coming forward in love. You are keeping yourself this way because of things that you have experienced in the past, right? Things that you thought were once a good thing for you. You know, it's like you felt you could have fallen in love with somebody and you really felt that this person was the one. You could have really felt that this is the person that you were meant to be with. This is the person that my family accepts. This is the person that I have a future with. You know, someone proposed to you, or you talked about marriage with this person. But as time went by, you realized that this person was deceitful or lied to you or manipulated you in a lot of situations. Therefore, it caused you to move away, walk away, and embarking on a new spiritual path for yourself. Excuse me, so sorry. So it caused you to move away and change directions in your life. However, in that process of changing different directions, you were still feeling a sense of loss, right? You were still feeling a sense of not being, not feeling gratified in the things that you were doing or the things that you were investing your time, money, and energy into. You weren't getting back what you wanted, right? It's almost like a sense of when something happens in our life and we try to move forward and it's like there's a void that's there. We don't know what it is and we feel imbalanced. And it's like we create all these scenarios in our minds of why we feel this way and why it's okay to feel this way. And it's like, you know what you're destined to do. You know how to change your circumstances, but you've been this way for so long that to you, it's almost normal to feel negative, right? It's almost normal to feel like I have a fucked up mental, you know, state of mind. It's okay. I've always been this way. And people might not see you that way, right? People might see you as a very like happy type of person, you know, like you got your shit together probably, like, you know, they probably see you as a very beautiful person on the outside. You know, you probably are very well put together, you know, get dressed very nicely, have a beautiful smile, beautiful eyes. You know, you have a lot of people around you that look up to you or at least see you as a very beautiful person with a beautiful personality. But on the inside, you feel like a very ugly person in a sense, right? You feel trapped. You feel like you suffer from low self-esteem, insecurities, depression, anxiety, fears, and it's keeping you up late at night. Sometimes you even cry, not even understanding why you feel this way or why you are the way that you are. It's almost like you feel not normal, you know, and you might say to yourself, I don't feel normal. I don't feel like I got my shit together. Everyone around me thinks I do when I don't. If anything, I have nothing in my life intact, or nothing about me is normal. And I can relate to you on so many levels. But Spirit is trying to tell you that you need to look within yourself, because the path lies within yourself. Once you take away this negativity, you're going to demolish everything that you've ever thought about yourself. You're going to recreate something completely different. But I think that you've been stuck like this for a very, very long time, that it's going to be hard for you to transform this state of mind. So you need to go through a healing process. You need to, in a sense, put all your ducks in a row, dot your I's, you know, cross your T's, and you really need to say, this is what I'm messing up with in my life. This is what I'm, you know, progressing in my life. But I really think that, I don't know, I'm really getting that energy, like you need to write down your pros and your cons when it comes to your life, the things that you've experienced in your life. Sometimes if we write those things down and we really focus on those things that have been put, you know, have been deep in our mind, we can move forward. You know, I just feel like a lot of things have been building up. Love, family, money, career. It's like a lot of these things keep you up late at night. But you have the power within yourself to transform these things. You can transform, if you're having problems with your family, you can transform that situation by not allowing yourself to come around certain people that are in your family who judge you. You can transform yourself by seeking a different career or a different job. Although, you know, sometimes it might seem a little hard. Those are obstacles, but those are obstacles that you can cross and get by. And it's better to cross those obstacles, even if it means hard work, in order for you not to feel this way, right? I feel like sometimes you also need to check who is around you and surrounding you with negativity. Because if you have negative friends, and I've always told, you know, people around me, you are the 5 people that you hang out with. The 5 people that you most hang out with, you are a reflection of them. You represent them somehow, some way. So think about the people that you surround yourself with. Are they being supportive? Are they protecting you? Are they giving you guidance? Are they giving you good advice? A clear understanding when you do come to them about something? Do you feel like you even have anyone to go with, you know, to go to for advice? And even if you don't, then you need to find that within yourself. But you're so imbalanced right now that I feel like you feel that you can't. But you have to understand, Pal B, it is in your mind. You are creating scenarios in your mind. You're creating stories from beginning to end, and you're causing yourself to get deeper and deeper into a turmoil, into a deeper state of depression. You have to come out of that. What you experienced in the past, I'm here to tell you, it is not your fault. If it was love, if you experienced something negative with your family, it is not your fault. If you experienced, you know, backstabbing from friends, it is not your fault. And you need to come out of that. And you're the only one that is keeping yourself trapped. You. It's just you. It's just you. Because everyone around you think that you got your shit together. And even if they don't think that you got your shit together, they see you as a very beautiful person, maybe even spiritual, hardworking for sure. And that's enough to have people talk about you, right? That's enough to have people hate on you. But inside, you're not feeling all those things. But you're the only one that's keeping yourself trapped from moving forward, from progressing in life. And right now, I don't even feel like you have the strength to do it. But you have to dig very, very, very deep. And you have to find somebody, the closest person that comes to your mind right now, that you can come to for comfort and advice. And I think that you will seek some type of comfort and advice from someone. Someone will come forward and speak to you and tell you something that you need to hear. But Spirit is telling you that you need to let go of the pain, the hurt, the betrayals that people have caused you, because that is what keeps you trapped. You have all these different scenarios, all these different things tugging you different ways. And you're the only one that's keeping yourself there. You can easily get up and rise from this, Palby. And that's what Spirit's trying to say. Rise above. Move forward. You've done it before. You just have to manifest it. And you will succeed. Even when things don't feel balanced out, even when you think that nothing's working in your way, it will. It will. You'll come together with a brand new group of friends, a brand new career, brand new, people who are surrounding you with positive things. But I just feel like you've been this way for quite some time. And it's time to make a movement. It's time to make a change. You need to dig deep. Going through a healing process is definitely something that you need to do. Healing, being isolated. Keep yourself isolated, but not in a negative way. Keep yourself isolated by reading a book, taking a warm bath, cleansing yourself, saging yourself, a quick prayer for yourself. But you do need to go through a cleansing process and a healing process. And you need to kill this seed of the past and betrayal that you have experienced, and just things overall. It's like you look overall your whole life and things that you've gone through and heartbreaks and betrayals, and it's like you focus on that, and that's what you spend your time and energy on. And then at the end of the day, you still can't go to sleep. You still can't even move forward because you're still in that state of mind, and it's a never-ending process, and you're tired and you're wondering, why am I tired? Why am I beat? It's because of you. It's you. You are the only one keeping yourself there, and you are the only one that's going to be able to snap out of it and move forward. You have to find the strength within yourself, Palby, because no one else is going to do it. And Spirit is telling you, you need to go through a healing process big time and fast. Right? Whew. Now that ending was like a little sharp, but that's a definite thing that you needed to hear. You have here 3 affirmation cards. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. You have truth. I'm the rock star that carries my truth, and I can share that twisty, turny, complicated inner truth with pride. I love who I am, and I accept all the less than perfects of my past. Boom, right here. It's the less than perfect that gave me my real story. And when I finally sit down to tell it, I'm going to go ahead and be the hero. And hey, who knows? I just might help someone else understand their truth too. That is so awesome. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to come forward and tell yourself your truth about your past. Like I said, writing things down, your pros and your cons, your betrayals and the things that you feel inside, not keeping it inside you, entrapped in a prison. Writing it down and burning that crap and throwing it away. That's what I do whenever I'm in a deep negative state of mind. I just sometimes write and let it all out of my system so that it's not there and I'm carrying it everywhere I go. You have success. I succeed. I only succeed. There's no such thing as failure. So I'm eliminating that F-bomb from my vocab. Missing the BSI isn't failure. It's how I learn to be better my aim, or how I learned to better my aim. And if we really want to get into it, there should be no such thing as bullseye anyway, because sometimes wandering in an unexpected direction leads you to the best darn parts of being alive. So F off bullseye. So you will succeed. And that's exactly what Spirit's trying to say. You have the strength within yourself. You need to go through a healing and cleansing process. You have to find the strength within yourself and you will succeed. But as long as you're like this and you're keeping yourself trapped and you're in an imbalanced state of mind and you're going to just, all you're going to do is bring in negative people and no true love. You're trying to fill a void that isn't replaceable. You have to heal that wound first. Seeing the best as a little experiment. Next time I make something, I promise to only comment on its very best qualities. If what I've made seems like garbage, I'll find the beauty in that garbage. I'll sign my name on the garbage and proudly put it on display. When someone asks about the garbage, I'll talk openly about the process they got the garbage made and find out what day the city picks up trash. No offense, garbage. But that's exactly what this reading was trying to tell you, that you need to go through a cleansing process, right? Excuse me. You need to go through a cleansing process and throw away that negativity in the trash. And, you know, every day it's a cleansing process. Every day find something new. And I'm not saying that it's going to be a success right away. It's not, because especially if you've been in this type of mental state for a very long time, it's not going to be a right away situation like, oh, yay, I woke up and I'm happy now. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. If that was the case, everyone would do it, right? But the thing is, you've been so set on this state of mind for a very long time. And like I told Pal A, it's like putting a seed inside of you, and then that seed blossoms, and then it starts growing out all these seeds. Now, you know, these weeds, now it's hard to pull those weeds out, right? It's hard to kill that negative seed because you've embraced it for so long, and you've taken care of it like a little baby and nurtured it for so long by yourself that now it's so hard to kill it. Now you feel like, this is who I am. I'm a jealous person. I'm insecure. I have low self-esteem. Everything's my fault. Wah, wah, wah. No, you need to kill that seed and every day embark on that journey of success and trying to succeed into your cleansing and your healing process. And I know that you've been in this state of mind for a very long time, but you have to start somewhere. And I'm here to tell you that Spirit wants you to start now. The cleansing process, the healing process, it needs to start now. One step at a time, one day at a time if it takes that. But you need to start somewhere, and it needs to start fast because you've been in this state of mind for too long, like I said. So Pal B, if this resonates in any form of way, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next time. Bye. Hello, Pal C. It's Nighttime Tarot, and I'm here with you once again with another pick a card reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. This pick a card reading is, what is your spirit guide trying to tell you? What is it that your spirit guide wants to translate over to you as far as the journey that you are embarking on right now, okay? I do see that you have the Tower in the reverse with the Five of Cups underneath that to clarify that card. So there is, and there has been, a transition in your life, right? Something that unfolded itself and projected itself onto you now. It has caused you to come into a negative state of mind in a sense. You know, it's almost like you're not believing so much in love anymore like you used to. There was some sort of heartbreak, something that you right now are focusing so much on the past, something that hurts you, and not really looking at your blessings right now. In a sense, it's like you're blocking your own blessings when it comes to love, when it comes to your spiritual path. And Spirit's trying to tell you that it's okay for you to love. Although, I mean, because you have a lot of love to give. You are just a loving type of person. You're always giving. You're always putting out your utmost of everything that you are to the person that you're with, right? It's like you can look at people, and it's like you will, when you're with somebody, you're the type of person that looks at this person like this is your universe, right? You give them everything. You're constantly thinking about this person. You're constantly thinking about ways to make this person happy, even if that means you know, just like it could be the smallest gestures. It doesn't even matter. It's just like you're always trying to find new ways to love somebody, right? But you went through this transition in your life, you know, and I don't want to say that the Tower moment was something bad or negative that you went through, but you did go through something. It could have even been a heartbreak, or finally somebody probably left you, or you left a situation behind because you knew it was no good, right? Because you invested so much of your time, your love, your money into it. And it's almost, in a sense, has made you cold, right? It's made you off-putting. You know, you aren't investing anymore like you used to, right? Because you feel like, is it me? Do I have a problem with learning how to love people? I thought I've always knew how to love people in a very generous way. I thought I was always putting my utmost being of myself into a relationship. Everything that I am or have to offer, I give it out to people or to love in general, right? And so then it keeps you in this negative state of mind, almost like I have to move forward. And I feel like you constantly move forward, right? Even if that means always ending relationships or someone ending a relationship with you, it keeps you in that state of mind like, is it me? Am I the problem? Am I the issue here of why people betray me or why I'm so fixated on the past or other people who have betrayed me? Is it me? Am I just not a loving person? Are people not satisfied with me? But it's not you. Spirit is trying to tell you that you have it within yourself, and you might have to go through a journey of being there. I don't know why. I just kind of got that really quick. It's like you haven't found your twin flame yet, probably, but you've been with people or have had people. It could be relationships, it could be friendships, people who have come into your life and then have gone, right? Have left your life. And it's almost in a sense like you have these healing powers within yourself, within the love that you give people, the way that you are and have so much to give. You know, you almost have a very childish, beautiful, like free type of love and energy around you that people love, right? But at the end of the day, it's like you never end up with those people. So it's kind of like, why? And it keeps you like, am I not good enough to be loved? But it's not that. Spirit's trying to say that you are just a person that sometimes people have to have for a moment to realize what love actually is. And that goes for some of you. But I do feel that it's kept you from moving forward, you know, feeling like, am I even worth it? You know, can I possibly be everything that someone needs one day? But I think that you have so much energy within yourself and you have so much love for yourself. It's not necessarily not for others. I think you have love for I erase what I just said. You have love for yourself, not necessarily for others right now, because it keeps you trapped in that mind, you know, like, am I a lovable type of person? I think that you are, and I think that you know it, and I think that you've always been that type of way. So I don't think that it's a scary thing for you to take a leap of faith. I think that, you know, when one door closes, you know the next door is going to open. You're the type of person that just constantly moves, regardless of your circumstances. It's like you just keep things going. You're a very communicative person. You know, and people see you that way. They see you as very, like, joyful and loving and kind and generous and talkative, but you can be a person that's very deep in their mind as well. And I think that even though sometimes you're burdened by the heartbreaks, you do have here, these two cards came out, which are beautiful cards. You have the Fool, and then you have the King of Swords clarifying that Fool, right? And then these cards as well came out. You have the Ten of Swords and then the Three of Swords in the reverse. So I do feel that although you've gone through some things in your life, right, that you've had to walk away from. And I think that time to time, you do think about those things, right? You think about those times that you had to leave certain people, or certain people left you that you really cared about, something that you really thought was for you. I think that this is the state of mind that you're in, right? It's kind of like you kind of keep yourself, people don't know this about you, but you kind of are in your head a lot, right? And people don't know that state of mind that you're in sometimes. Sometimes you might just cry yourself to sleep because of the heartbreaks that you have felt. But at the end of the day, you get up and you rise above and you're like, all right, what's today? What's on the schedule for today? You probably are a very, very, very busy person or somebody that people look up to. So you wake up with that successful trait of yours, you know, like, I'm ready to get my, you know, your you are goal oriented is what I'm trying to say. So you're very driven type of person, right? So it doesn't keep you from staying, you know, like, true to your priorities. You know, you get up and you succeed, but you still have that mental state, right, where you're kind of feeling like less than, right? But I think at the end of the day, you always come out with this Three of Swords in the reverse. You always come out right above it, regardless of being hurt. It's like, you know what, I'm used to it, whatever, I got to move forward. But sometimes, time to time, you do look in the past and you focus on it instead of looking towards the future. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell you. You are on the right path. You already know your destination. And I think every day you get up and you work at it, you're probably a very, very spiritual person. You have, like I said, you have a lot of spiritual traits within yourself. So it's not hard for you to get up and, you know, make shit happen. You're very driven. You know what you want. Doesn't mean that you're not human at the end of the day, right? Doesn't mean that you don't think about those things, because you do. You think about, you know, things of the past, you know, people who have hurt you. But then, and then that kind of keeps you trapped, like, you know, like I said, having that mental state, like, am I a lovable person? Can I be loved? Can I find true love? And yes, you can, because you've always succeeded. You've always kept moving forward, and one day you're going to find your twin flame person. Unfortunately, sometimes we have just soulmates who are temporary. The way I see that is temporary people who come in because they need to be in our lives at that certain amount of time, you know, in that state, in that time frame. I've always been the type of person that, like, if you're not in my life, I don't sweat it, because, and it's not that I'm a cold-hearted bitch or anything like that. It's just that I'm the type of person that if you're not in my life, you're not meant to be in my life. You know, I can't choose if you should be in my life or not. You know, I have friends that I've known since 2nd grade and they're still in my life. I have known friends who I thought were even closer than my 2nd grade friends who have vanished, you know, but it's just like, not everyone is going to go with you on your new spiritual path. I think that you're a very spiritual person. You have a lot of love and abundance within yourself. You are a very spirited person, and you know that. That doesn't mean that you can't ever be in that negative state of mind, because I'm a very spiritual person, but I know that I find myself sometimes stuck in that, you know, state of mind as well. Sometimes I look at the past and I think, and I, you know, reflect and stuff like that, but I try not to stay there too long. And I don't think that you do that. I think that you constantly move forward, and you know that you have that strength within yourself to move forward, and you're a very forgiving person. So don't let your thoughts cloud your, you know, your vision. Don't let your thoughts cloud your path. Remember that sometimes in order for us to move and grow forward, progress in life, sometimes we have to let people go, and sometimes those people can't go with us on our new journey because it's just not meant to be, right? But with that journey along comes other people who are meant to be in your life. And although it's so cliche to say that, you know, like, what? I'm so sorry, guys, my alarm went off. But it's so cliche to say, you know, that thing, that saying where people say, well, just move on. You can find somebody better. There's somebody better out there for you. It's very easy to say that. However, when you really love somebody and you've put a lot of work, or you've invested a lot of your love and money and time into somebody, it's not so easy, right? But Spirit is here to tell you that you've been doing an amazing job moving forward, although you have that instability within yourself, you know, of looking to the past and reflecting on that sometimes and thinking, am I worth it? When you have all these blessings right in front of your face, you know, and Spirit's telling you it's okay to reflect sometimes, but just don't stay there for too long. Keep moving forward, because you are indeed doing the right thing. You are indeed on the right path, and you're succeeding. And as much as you continue to keep going forward, you're going to continue to get blessings, and you're going to continue to see things manifest into your life. I think that you're also a very, very spiritual person. I don't know why, I just have like this feeling you're probably also into tarot and helping out others as well. So that's just for some of you. But yeah, I think that you have a beautiful soul within yourself. You just have this very nurturing, childish, and like personality, you know, very loving, peacemaker. But sometimes you might not feel the best, like you might not feel the love that you deserve, right, from others. But you have so much love to give it to other people. You have so much love that you love yourself enough. And it's like, you know what, if nobody can take me on, I love myself enough to keep moving forward. And I know that you're going to find somebody who will make you happy. But even then, if that doesn't come, it's like, you know what, I'm here to serve and to protect and love other people who can't be loved, who can't love themselves, or teach others to love themselves. You have so much power within yourself. It's something that you need to accept, you know. You need to accept this transformation, which I think that you have been accepting it, but you're slowly, you know, transforming that. I think that's a great energy to have, honestly. Let's go ahead and read the advice. You have patience. I am patient with my artistic output. I know everything moves at its own natural pace, and I can't rush genius. If I could, I'd lose a lot of respect for genius, you know? I'd be like, wow, all this time I thought genius was so strong and admirable, but it just let me boss it around like nothing. I like genius the way it is, speedy and slow, and I'm fine with patiently waiting for it if I need be. That is such a cute freaking card. It's so cute because it's exactly who you are. You're a very childish type of person. So I think that you'll even find these as funny, like I do. I laugh at these all the time, so people probably think I'm like big dork, but I laugh. They're too hilarious. Anyways, and I think that's exactly what you're doing. I think that it's been a slow pace, but hey, you're moving and you're going and you know it. Like you're feeling really good about your vision, right? You are very goal oriented. And you have a lot of insightful, like, you know what the future is going to hold for you, in a sense, you know? You have a very spiritual thing about you, energy about you. And you know that. But yeah, so you're just very patient. You know where you're going. You know your route. You know your path. And you're just taking it. You're like, I'm chilling. I'm good. Like I said, it's like you have so much love to give to others. You're like, hey, you know what? If nobody can love me, I have enough love to give myself. Fuck it, you know? And so you also have I can too. Every single thing in the man-made world was once an idea in someone's mind. That chair, these shoes, those matching bedazzled Dolly Parton bathrobes, being surrounded by the physical manifestation of so many schemes and dreams is like jet fuel for my creative engine. If all these things got made, I can make whatever I want. Pass a bedazzler, please. So yeah, you have it within yourself, and you know that. That's what we were just saying. You have it within yourself to manifest, right? Because you are driven and you know what you want and you're going to succeed. And you're like, hey, I got this, right? That's just your personality. I think you know that already. Curiosity. Actual school may have taught me that studying is kind of boring, but the school of life proves that playful as heck exploration and around every corner inspiration abound. So today I'll brush away any been there, done that dust from my eyes and brighten them with a fresh and glossy coat of curiosity. You already know, like I said, you do sometimes think about the past and you're just like, you know, I'm just a little curious. How did things end? You know, how, you know, what happened there? You know, maybe why didn't they love me the way I loved them, or why didn't they treat me the way that I treated them, blah, blah, blah. And you're just a little curious, but I think that at the end of the day, you always move forward. And you are the type of person that you love to explore, but you know your boundaries, right? You know to like when to stop. So even when you look at the past, you like focus. Sometimes you might get it, you know, in your blues stages, and you might focus on it and just start thinking like, damn, you know, that's a really fucked up scenario that happened. You know what? Whatever. It happened. It happened. It's time to move forward. I'm here now. I'm blessed. I got this shit. I got that, blah, 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 whatever, you know, that. And you're just that type of person. It's like, and like I've been saying to Pal A and Pal B, when you put a negative seed into your body, it's all on you, on how you destroy it, you know, because you can either leave that seed to plant and blossom and grow, and then it starts growing weeds of negativity, and then it's hard to come out of that stage, right? However, I'm a big believer in you can have one day to yourself. You want to cry? Go ahead and cry all damn day. Don't go to work. Don't do nothing. Don't eat. Do whatever the hell you got to do that whole day. You have one day. The next day, wake your ass up and transform it. Don't let that seed grow. That's just that's just what I say. That's what I preach. And I think that's exactly the type of personality you have too. You're just kind of like, you know what? Sometimes I get in my zone where I think about the past, but you don't let your past cloud your judgment. You don't let your past, you know, destroy your vision for the future. You succeed and you keep going forward, right? You have that strength within yourself. You just know yourself so well, and you're a very spiritual person, so you know how to snip it in the bud really quick. All right, Pal C, that was an amazing reading. I really felt like I could feel your energy, and you do. You have a lot of you just have this abundance of love and gratitude about life and just people in general. You're just kind of like, you know what? I know that there's bitter people. I know there's hateful people, whatever. I'm not that. I'm going to keep doing me. And you're doing an amazing job. So Spirit's just trying to tell you, keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing it. Although you might have all these circumstances around you, what you're doing right now is purely the perfect way to end it, right? To keep going. So thank you so much, Pal C, for joining me on this pick a card reading. On the next time, I will see you then, okay? Bye.